Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the page, be sure to give us a like and a sub so you don't miss any of the content we have coming out. And today we are finally getting back into Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 3. If you guys haven't checked out the first couple of issues, I'll leave a link to a playlist so you guys can check that out. And without further ado, let's dive into this issue. So picking up with issue number 3, they were headed to Naboo. They wanted to find the last footage of Padme being alive, possibly giving some kind of inclination to what happened to her after what happened on Mustafar. And so we have Vader going and walking through the fields of Naboo, and he's really reminiscing. Like, you can only imagine how hard this has to be for him. Like, this is where he laid with her and had fun with her and they talked, and this is really where he fell in love with her. So him and Padme's handmaiden, they head off to the old summer house, the one where Padme and Anakin had actually gotten married at. And as soon as they arrive, they're almost immediately attacked. And before Vader's able to just dispatch these guys in half, the handmaiden stops Vader and says that this is all a mistake, like you have to understand. Now, these two individuals that attacked were two captains that were in the Royal Naboo security forces. These guys were like direct bodyguards for Padme. And they really only attacked because she was there with Vader. And so they automatically assumed that, that she must have been in duress. And now that that's all out of the way, they agree to show where these security recordings are hidden. And so they go down a secret passageway, going down a flight of stairs. And as this is all happening, the droid is really interrogating. Not necessarily because he thinks that one of them has anything to do with it, but because he's programmed for forensics and analysis. So him collecting all this relevant information is really important for him to be able to piece together the whole puzzle. And they get all the way down to a ship to go in the water. And this is just shows the extent that they went to be able to hide these security recordings from anybody that would come looking for them. And what Vader doesn't know is that one of these individuals was actually sent to Tatooine under the orders of Padme. And the premise of this was to look for Anakin's mother. Like, that's how important Anakin was to this story, is because Padme was literally sending out guards to go do these things behind Vader's back, not letting him know, possibly with a chance of saving his mother. But, they were futile in their attempts. They weren't able to save his mother. While they did definitely help some slaves out, they highly regret not ever being able to save Anakin's mother. And while this conversation is happening, they're attacked by a clawfish. And the hull seemingly breaks and everybody's left in the water. Unsure of what's going to happen next, Vader pulls out his lightsaber and he takes on this giant monstrosity like it is absolutely nothing and just lays waste to it. And in the midst of the fight, another one comes and attacks. And so they're fighting each other and gives them the opportunity to break away. And while close to out of air, they find a Gungan little hideout. They go inside and there's a giant mural of the day paying tribute to the alliance formed by Padme during the wake of the Trade Federation invasion. You can only imagine how much all this memory is really taking its toll on Anakin. Like, seeing her being in these places again, it's just gotta bring up so much anger in him. So much regret, so much remorse, so much sadness. You can only imagine the weight he is carrying. And so after some reluctant banter from the captain, Vader finally has the security footage. And looking at this security footage, it was pretty much everybody that was under Padme's command has gotten together and they've committed themselves, they've pledged themselves to finding whoever murdered the queen and to kill them. And so these guys automatically know that, something's up. Like, both sides know what something's going on. And so Vader asked them to explain themselves. And they let him know, like, the last time that they saw Padme, she was heading to Mustafar to find Skywalker. And years later, they found out that Mustafar was also Lord Vader's domain. So to them, at the very least, Vader more than likely killed Anakin Skywalker, because that's where Anakin Skywalker was found and said to have died. And Vader, opening up his lightsaber, says, "Of course I killed him." And that's when they press a button and a giant gooba fish seemingly is coming to eat this whole dome. So they're sacrificing their lives, they're sacrificing everything to hopefully kill the person that they believe killed Anakin Skywalker and possibly Padme as well. And that will be the end of this issue. Be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments. I absolutely love this. I love everything Star Wars, especially Vader related. It's amazing seeing Vader walking through and reminiscing about the times that he had with her. You know, you can only imagine the remorse and the sadness and the guilt that this man feels every single day. And then coming back here to relive those moments. I feel bad for anybody that steps in his way because his anger is so high right now that his power in the dark side is probably seemingly limitless. So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, be sure to like and subscribe to the page, and until the next video.